Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the finals of the Queen City Basketball Tournament here at Manchester Memorial. We're going to see a contest between the defending Queen City champs from 2021, the Trinity Pioneers, and the Bedford Bulldogs. Hi, I'm Harry Kozlowski, here with Bill Carter. And Bill, we saw a blowout yesterday. Bedford just steamrolled Salem by 57 points.
Yeah, it was just a total domination there for the Bedford Bulldogs. A little bit tougher test against Trinity tonight, but they have played Trinity once this year with a win. So we shall see if some people have learned from the last game between the two teams.
You never know what happens from game to game. You know, that game was played at Bedford on their home court, and while this is not Trinity's home court, it is in their city. So we'll see how things shake out here. Earlier today, we saw the girls win their third tournament contest at the Holiday Invitational at Londonderry.
Sure did. Another blowout for the Lady Bulldogs there. It's
been great, really, for both the men's and women's programs. The boys and the girls at Bedford are just winning all kinds of games so far. Both teams are undefeated, both in regular season play and in tournament play. They're calling out the starters here for Trinity. Actually, they're calling out the bench players, right? They haven't gotten to the starters yet.
No.
The starters for...
No, they're doing starters. They started off with Bedford.
I gotcha. Brady O'Connell, Caden Brown, Luke Soden, Sean Toscano, Aiden O'Connell. I got thrown off because I haven't seen Bedford in their black uniforms.
That's right, because you always get to see them in the whites because they're home.
Exactly. Now Trinity starters. Number 0, Tyler Bike. That's their key player. He's scoring spark plug. Jaden Summers, number 1. Devon Ellis, number 2. Sean O'Neill, number 13. And Evan Dunker rounding it out, number 14 for the Pioneers. After we're done with these tournament games and starting 2023, we're going to be bringing you all kinds of sports action on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. We'll have boys basketball first game at home when the season resumes on Tuesday, January 3rd against the Londonderry Lancers, a 7 p.m. tip-off. And we'll take a moment here for the national anthem, and we'll be back with the call of the game. They get the anthem on, and we'll be ready to go here in just a moment.
Standing room crowd here tonight.
Yeah, they had to turn people away. This is going to be a huge crowd in attendance, and for those of you who couldn't be here, we hope you're enjoying the broadcast on BCTV as well as Bedford 105.1 radio. Bulldogs huddled up, and they break the huddle, and we're ready for tip-off. The Queen City Invitational Tournament, one of the oldest holiday tournaments in New Hampshire. Bedford looking to win this.
Check the list there of past winners.
Trinity is the defending champ, and as far as I can see here, back to 2010, Bedford has not won this tournament, so this might be their first time. And here we go. They're at center court, ready for the tip. Bike against Aiden O'Connell, and O'Connell's tip goes out of bounds. We'll see what the officials say here. I guess they're going to do another tip here.
We'll retap there. Yeah, didn't touch anybody off the tip, and we'll retip it here.
So once again, Bike against O'Connell. O'Connell gets the tip, and it goes off of Evan Dunker's hand, so the ball will be Bedford ball. It'll be Bedford's ball here off the tip, off the out of bounds. Brady O'Connell inbounds to Luke Soden. Trinity playing a man defense. Soden still with it. Gets over to O'Connell, who slipped momentarily, but he gets the layup. Aiden O'Connell with the bucket. And now Bedford applying their backcourt pressure, and there's a deflection by Brady O'Connell, knocking the ball out of bounds. Trinity's going to have to try to inbound this again. Ball inbounded to Tyler Bike. Over to Devon Ellis. Now Dunker trying to find a man open. He does get over the timeline to Sean O'Neill. Devon Ellis to Bike. Dunker and O'Neill working the perimeter. Bedford in a man defense.
Trying to find a hole there.
A little bit of a collision. Ball's lost on the court, but picked up by Ellis. So Trinity maintains control. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Devon Ellis. Not really that much contact, but enough for the officials to call it. Was it kind of an arm bar that he's calling?
It was a little bit, but the defender from Bedford was there and kind of got a push off. So it's one of those things. It's not a slam dunk, but you know, the player was in position and took the grunt of the hit there.
Aiden O'Connell decides to call his own number, goes all the way to the basket, lays it off the glass. 4-0 Bedford. Applying the pressure once again. Dunker up, they're going to say travel. Dallas moved his pivot foot. That pressure paying off here for the Bulldogs. So Bedford with another possession via turnover here. And they get it to O'Connell again off the inbound. O'Connell couldn't get it on the first try, gets his own rebound, and he winds up getting fouled on the second try by Jaden Summers, number 1. And that's a second team foul on the Pioneers. That's going to send O'Connell to the line. He's got 4 points. He's got all the Bedford points so far.
He's got all the points in the game for both teams.
And he gets number 5. 5-0 Bedford. 6:36 to go here in the first quarter. The second one. Bounces, and off the rim. And rebound to Tyler Bike. He dishes it out to Devon Ellis. He lands a 3. 5-3 Bedford. Here's O'Connell in the paint, working his way in. Now decides to dish it out, and instead it gets stolen by Jaden Summers. Bike with it now for Trinity. Leaves it for Dunkers. Now here's a turnover taken away by Luke Soden. Tries the behind the back pass. Loses control of the ball, and Ellis gets it back for Trinity. Over the timeline to Bike. Bike kicking it out to number 13, Sean O'Neill, who lands a three-pointer. And just like that, 2 shots in a row. The Pioneers are on top 6-5. O'Connell tries to get it back to O'Connell. Brady to Aiden. Off the mark, goes out of bounds. Turnover Bedford. So a bit of a momentum shift here for the Bulldogs. They had it all to themselves, 5-0. And 2 quick threes put the Pioneers up 6-5. There's Bike, leaves it for Summers. Being guarded by Lafferty. O'Neill leaves it there for Ellis. Now Summers at the top of the key to O'Neal, leaves it to Bike. Bike decides to drive. He dribbles off his foot, but gets the ball right back. Gets it over to Ellis. Ellis takes a shot, misses everything. And here's a transition game for Bedford. Layup and good. Caden Brown puts it in. Bedford takes over the lead, 7-6. Inbound to Bike. Bedford pressuring here. Now Dunker takes a 10-footer, rolls off the rim. Rebound Bedford. Bedford fast in transition. Get it to Luke Soden. He lays it up and in. What's the call here?
It's going to be on the floor. It's a foul on Trinity.
So a basket will not count, but Bedford will get the inbound off the foul. It's the third team foul on Trinity, and the first foul on Jaden Summers.
Actually, the second foul on Jaden Summers.
Second? Okay, the scoreboard here is a little off. O'Connell gets it, decides to take it to the bucket himself, rolls out, gets his own rebound off the glass, and good. Second chance points here for O'Connell. He gets an and one as well. 9-6 Bedford with a chance to make it 10. So O'Connell
going for the three.
His shot is good. 10-6. Bedford in the lead. 4:41 to go here in the first.
8 points there for O'Connell.
Here's Tyler Bike jumping three. Perfect. Makes it 10-9 Bedford. Tyler Bike with the three. Now Bedford answers with their own three. Rims out. Soden almost had it. It went all over the rim and decided to get out. Now here comes Trinity in transition. Ellis loses the ball out of bounds, but they're going to say he was fouled by Brady O'Connell. First team foul on Bedford.
Ball on the baseline here for Trinity.
Bike gets it to Dunker. Dunker to O'Neal. He gets double teamed. Now Bike at the three-point line, tries it again, and off the mark. Rebound, Brady O'Connell. Dribbling, sends it into the corner for Soden for three, and it bounces in and out again. Soden not getting the luck here on those shots. Now here's the steal, Brady O'Connell. Gets it inside to Soden, who goes to the basket, and they're going to call an offensive foul. He got the bucket, but the official says the Trinity defender had position. So Soden with his first. Got a big contingent of Bulldogs fans here. Didn't like that call. Tyler Bike on the inbound, trying to break the press. They do. They get it up to Arilla. Now Summers drives to the basket, lays it up and in. 11-9, Trinity up. 3:32 to go here in the first quarter. Bedford. Brady O'Connell kicks it out to brother Aiden O'Connell, who nails the three. 13-11 Bedford. And how many points does O'Connell have by now? It's got to be a lot.
He's got 11.
He's got 11 points.
11 points so far.
All but two of the points for the Bulldogs.
Yes.
Summers kicks it out to Bike. He's going to try another three. Goes down. No call. Aiden O'Connell with the rebound. Quick transition for Bedford. They send it all the way out to Soden. He gets caught in the corner. Tries to pass out. It's intercepted. Now here's Summers for three. It's good. Correction, Devon Ellis on that three-pointer. Puts Trinity on top 14-13. 2:37 to go here in the first quarter.
Back and forth here, changing the leads.
The tight contest we expected here. Dylan Lafferty's under the basket trying to get some room. Can't get the ball to drop though. And the rebound goes off Tyler Bike. It's going to be Bedford ball. Austin Kazjansky coming in now. Dylan Lafferty is going to take a seat. Coach Marino keeping his troops fresh out there. Rotating players in and out. So Kazjansky to Soden, now down to the corner there. That's Nico Bedoyan in the game. His layup no good. Rebound goes to Devon Ellis. Trinity up by 1, 14-13. Ellis gives it to Bike. Bike into the paint, now kicks it out to Arilla. His three-pointer no good. Ball's loose on the floor and finally goes off a player. It's going to be Bedford ball. As they say, the last player to touch it is Connor Bishop, number 12 for Trinity.
1:53 going left in this first quarter with the Trinity Pioneers with a 1-point lead.
Bedoyan carries the ball over the timeline, leaves it there for Soden, decides to drive, kicks it out to Brady O'Connell. His shot is off the mark. Kazajanski can't control the rebound. It goes to Derek Arilla for Trinity. Pass is almost intercepted by Soden, but instead it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Trinity with 1:31 to play in the first. Nico Bedoyan in the game for Bedford. Now Devon Ellis will take over the inbounding. Gets it into Bike. Give and go to Ellis. His layup doesn't fall. Kazajanski takes the rebound, drives all the way to the bucket and lays it in. Bedford up, 15-14. Quick transition, broken up by the Bulldogs. Here's Brady O'Connell to the bucket in the paint. He gets hit, no call.
No call.
Rebound goes to Bike for Trinity. He comes right back at the foul line. The jumper rolls and goes in. 16-15 Trinity. Multiple lead changes here in this first quarter, just a minute to go. Bedoyan slows the game down a little bit, leaves it there for Aiden O'Connell. Takes a three, an air ball. Soden with the rebound, but he stepped on the backcourt end line. So the ball will turn over to the Pioneers. 49.8 to go here. Ellis looking for the open man. He finds Bike. Pressure from Bedoyan. And contact by Kazajanski in the backcourt. That's going to be the fifth foul, team foul on Bedford. Trinity with just 3 fouls.
Actually on Nico Bedoyan.
Oh, they're going to call it on Bedoyan? Okay. I thought they might have gotten Kazajanski there. He looked guilty. Ellis, watched by O'Connell. Kicking out to Summers, tries a 3 from the corner, no good. Collision between a couple of players. Kazajanski gets his pocket pick, turns the ball over. Here's Trinity, throws it in bounds, they lose it. Soden coming back, lots of action, fast pace here, and they're going to call an offensive on. They're going to call an offensive here on Luke Soden. So that basket was going in, but they wave it off because of the offensive foul.
And Soden second in both on that kind of a foul.
Right,
so
Luke
right
Soden, he's got 2, right, both of them offensive.
Both offensive.
10 seconds to go here in the quarter. And they're going to say Trinity player pushed out.
Nope.
Devon Ellis, so he's got 8.5 seconds to make a play here on the inbound.
It's going to be a foul on Austin Kazajanski.
Okay. A push.
His first,
push out of bounds.
Less than 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
So Arilla into the backcourt to Bike. 5 seconds to go. Bike drives, takes a short jumper, doesn't get it. 1 second, half-court try by Bedford, hits the backboard.
It will not make it.
Caden Brown tried to nail it from half-court, couldn't do it, and that's where we're going to end it with the Crusaders with a 16-15 lead after 1.
And as we look at the scoring here after the first quarter, we have Aiden O'Connell with 11. Austin Kazajanski with 2. Caden Brown with 2, which will give us our 15 for the Trinity Pioneers. Tyler Bike with 5. Jaden Summers with 2. Devon Ellis with 6. And Sean O'Neill with 3, which will give me my 16 after the first quarter.
Girls ice hockey on BCTV on Wednesday, January 4th. The Souhegan Sabres come to Sullivan Arena on the St. Anselm campus. That's a 5 o'clock ice face-off, and we'll have that call for you on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. So far, a tight contest, what you'd expect in a tournament championship game. Back and forth. And it was similar to the game in Bedford, too, and Bedford was able to pull away late. We'll see what they can do here. Possession will belong to the Trinity Pioneers. And Kevin Doherty in the game for Trinity now. Inbounds the ball to Derek Arilla. Brady O'Connell watching him. Under pressure, trying to get an outlet. Finally gets it to Devon Ellis, leaves it for Bike. Fakes a three, fakes it again. Kicks it over to Arilla. Ellis now. Dribbling into the corner now for Summers. Back to Ellis. Now Arilla. Out to Summers, he drives to the basket, and it's going to be a foul called on Bedford. I believe that's going to be on Caden Brown.
Nope. Kazajansky.
No, that's going to be on Kazajansky. It's the
His
second, right?
Yes.
So that puts Jaden Summers on the line. He's going to get 2 fouled in the act of shooting. First one is short, bounces off. Arilla comes out of the game, and Sean O'Neill comes back in for the Pioneers. Summers' second try, that one is good. And now it's a 2-point lead for the Pioneers, 17-15. Bedford inbounds. O'Neill putting on a little pressure in the backcourt as Caden Brown dribbles over the timeline. Aiden O'Connell waits, gets it back to Brown. Brown dribbles to the top of the key. Toscano drives to the basket, off the glass, and good. High game, 17-all. Trinity comes back in transition. Summers tries to put it up, decides not to. Up almost over the midcourt line, results in a turnover. O'Connell driving to the basket, gets around one man, and lays it up and in. 2 quick buckets for O'Connell. 19-17, Bedford back on top. And here's the backcourt pressure. They break it. They get it to Summers. Summers gives it to Arilla, who gets it off the glass. 19-all.
First points for Doherty there.
O'Connell. Kazajansky. Now Brown driving. Takes a 5-footer and gets it. Bedford 21. The Trinity Pioneers 19. On the inbound is Tyler Bike. Brady O'Connell watching him closely, trying to get some pressure here, force another turnover.
Bedford starting with a full court press here in the second quarter.
Here's Bike. Over to Ellis. Now Summers. O'Neill drives the baseline. Jumps up. He's too far into the basket. Gets it off the bottom of the basket, but the officials say Bedford touched it before it went out of bounds, so the possession will stay with the Pioneers.
Yeah, that was a block by Brady O'Connell, which knocked it out of bounds.
And we'll get a timeout here. Trinity calling timeout. Another contest we have for you on BCTV, girls basketball on Friday, January 6th. Nashua North will be at Bedford High Gymnasium, the 7 p.m. tip-off for that one. Been a busy holiday week for all our teams. The Bedford hockey team, the boys hockey team, I should say, uncharacteristically swept all losses in the Brian Stone tournament. Not expected there.
Busy team for the BCTV team, too. Especially today.
That was an overtime loss, yeah.
So,
teams are back on the court now. 5:55 to go before the half. Blake will inbound the ball from under the basket. He finds Doherty. And a second chance there by Summers. Couldn't get either one to drop. Bedford with the rebound.
he did something there that I couldn't do when I ever played basketball. Get that high near the rim.
Here's Aiden O'Connell, leaves it to Soden. Soden drives to the basket, reverses the hand layup, and gets it in. 23-19, Bedford up by 4. Trinity breaks the press, and now O'Neal's in a pickle with double team on him. He manages to break it. Now Doherty from the corner for 3, and he gets it. 23-22 Bedford. Trinity has experience against this Bedford press. They've been able to break it. Now here's O'Connell, goes to the bucket, decides to dish it out to Brown, and Brown nails the 3 from the corner. 26-22. Summers under the basket. The alley-oop gets it in. 26-24, Bedford by 2. Luke Soden driving, blocked by Summers. He gets his own rebound. O'Neal makes a behind-the-back dribble to get around a Bedford player. Now Doherty with another 3, it's good. Pioneers on top, 27-26. Brady O'Connell leaves it for Soden. Here's Aiden O'Connell. Ellis watching him. Drives, kicks it out to Brown. Now to Soden from the corner for 3, no good. Rebound by Ellis. 4 minutes to go before the half. In the corner, Summers dribbles, takes the 3, no good. Rebound O'Connell. Kicks it out to Soden, who's going to try the 3, and he gets it. Actually, that's Caden Brown, number 5. Bedford back on top, 29-27. Bike finds Summers in the corner. Now Ellis back to Bike. They're setting the offense here. O'Neal. Now Ellis leaves it for Doherty. Doherty drives the paint, now kicks it out to Bike. He pulls back. He's got O'Connell on him, makes a great move, but can't hit the jumper. Soden gets the rebound for Bedford, drives all the way to the bucket, takes the hit, no call.
Wow, that was a hit there. He should have been going to the line for 2 there.
Officials keeping the whistles in their pocket right there, but now Trinity with the ball. 3 minutes to go before half. Ellis to Summers. Now Doherty gets it back to Summers, or to Ellis, I should say. Now here's O'Neal, finds a lane, kicks it out to Summers in the corner for 3. That's off. Ellis with the rebound, misses the whole rim. And Caden Brown with the rebound for Bedford. Brady O'Connell over to Caden Brown, hits it for 3. 32-27 Bedford. Plenty of scoring action in this game. Now O'Neal split the Bedford defense, lays it up and gets a foul. He'll go to the line for an and 1. And that's on nope, correction, it's going to be on Dylan Lafferty, his first foul. And that puts Bedford into 7 fouls. That gives Trinity the bonus. Next foul, they'll be shooting a 1-and-1. And we get a timeout called by Frank Moreno and the Bedford Bulldogs. Hey, if you're enjoying the game, check out more BHS sports action from Bedford Community Television on your Apple TV and Roku. You can also watch via the Cablecast ScreenWeave app on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Download the app to watch the next game live on the big screen. So the officials are letting a few things go here, letting some contact.
A little bit of contact going back and forth there. Soden made the adjustment because the first 2 fouls were offensive, and he made the change, and it was definitely a hit there. You know me, I'm usually one of those guys that will side with the officials, but my view here might be a few feet further away, but definitely there was a hit going into the basket there. So
officials are telling the teams to return to the court. Bedford still calling some strategy here, trying to squeeze out a little bit more time here in this timeout.
Well, when they go to that full court press, it seems that their offense really feeds off of that full court press.
Well, they're good at transition when they get those turnovers off the press. But Trinity has seen it. They've experienced this Bedford press already, and they seem to have a strategy to beat it. So after a few turnovers early in the game, they've managed to break the press every time. So at the line is O'Neal, who gets the and one. Pulls the Pioneers within 2, 32-30 with 2:26 to play before half. Brown to Bedoyan. Being watched by Derek Arilla for the Pioneers. Bedoyan still with the ball. Aiden O'Connell gets it inside to Soden. Brady O'Connell to the outside. Back out to Soden for three. At the little short, rebound Trinity. O'Neal over to Dunker. Dunker being watched by Aiden O'Connell. Stops the dribble, kicks it out to Derek Arilla. 1:47 to go. Now Bike with the ball. Resetting the offense here for Trinity. Dunker. That's Bishop with the ball now. Now back to Dunker. Trinity taking their time, looking for an opening. Great move there by Arilla. Kicks it out to the corner to Bike for three. No good. Rebound by Arilla. Surrounded by Bulldog. Gets it out to the perimeter. O'Neal with it now. Trinity with a chance to reset this defense or this offense. Arilla loses the ball on the floor, picks it up. And now finds Dunker underneath. And he lays it in. Patient offense there by Trinity, waiting for an opening, and Dunker got free. Put it in under the basket, all tied up at 32, under a minute to play. Aiden O'Connell. He got contact there from Dunker, and that's going to be a non-shooting foul. That's the 15th foul on the Pioneers.
Yep, out of bounds there. That only the 5th foul. Non-shooting foul.
Bedford has 7 fouls.
You could say it was a regularly few fouls here, but a few that should have been called.
Aiden O'Connell with the ball.
Yep.
Gets it to Bedoyan. They're going to call a travel on him. So turnover Bedford. Trinity get the ball here with 42 seconds to go. All tied up at 32. And Arilla leaving it for Bike. Ellis back to Arilla. Still with it, dribbling, looking for an outlet. Gets it inside to Bike. Bike at the free throw line. Decides to turn around, take a jumper, gets the roll, it's in. Trinity by 2, 12 seconds to go here. Bedford holding for the final shot, 8 seconds, 7. Aiden O'Connell looking for a lane to drive, goes to the bucket, lays it in. With a second to go, ties it up at 34, and there goes the buzzer. And that's it for first half action. An exciting game, plenty of scoring, dozens of lead changes, just what we'd expect here. And a tournament championship, Trinity and Bedford all knotted up at 34. And what's our scoring look like?
Oh, well, it was a look for our score, and we have Caden Brown with 10, Luke Soden with 5, Austin Kazajanski 2 for Sean Toscano, and 15 for Aiden O'Connell, 7 for Tyler Bike for the Trinity Pioneers, 5 for Jaden Summers, 6 for Devon Ellis, 8 for Kevin Doherty, 6 for Sean O'Neal, and 2 for Evan Dunker.
And that's going to do it for right now on TV. We're going to leave it right here on the radio side. We're going to throw things back to the radio station for about 9 minutes, and we'll come back with second half action. Trinity and Bedford tied at 34. You're watching and listening to Bedford boys basketball on BCTV and Bedford 105.1.
Bedford ball here as we go start the second half.
All tied up at 34. Contact there on Soden. Winds up drawing a foul on Devon Ellis. So Brady O'Connell with the inbound. Finds Luke Soden. He's going to launch a three and rims out. No good. Rebound out of bounds off of Brady O'Connell. Ball goes to Trinity.
It's going to be the third or fourth ball that has rimmed out on the three-pointer there.
Yeah, Luke Soden having a little bit of bad luck there on these long threes. Not quite dropping like he wants them to. Ellis to Summers. They're going to call an offensive on Ellis. Ran into Sean Toscano.
And quickly, that's 3 on Ellis there.
Bedford getting ready to inbound. Now Trinity with the press. That's Caden Brown with the ball for Bedford. Kicks it out to Brady O'Connell. Soden loses it in the paint, and it goes right to Bike. O'Neal back to Bike at the top of the key. Now Dunkers for Trinity. Back on top to Arilla. Arilla gets it back now from Summers. Trinity very patient here, looking for an opening. Summers leaves it back for Bike. 6:51 to play here. We're all tied up at 34. No scoring yet. Now Dunkers tries the three. That's short. Rebound to Aiden O'Connell. Gives it to brother Brady and puts it in.
Oh.
No, they're going to take it away on an offensive call. That's going to be on Aiden O'Connell. So we stay at 34 apiece.
Yeah.
First team foul on Bedford. First foul of the day on Aiden O'Connell.
Continuation there as O'Connell just kept on and ran into the defending player after making the pass.
Here's Bike trying to make a move on Brady O'Connell. Passes it across to Summers. Top of the key, kicks it out to O'Neal. O'Neal changes dribble. Now Trinity's going to reset here. They get it back to Bike at the top. Now here's the three for O'Neal. That's off the mark. Soden with the rebound. Bedford in transition. Aiden O'Connell in the corner. Dribbles to the basket, loses the ball. They're going to say it went off a Pioneer player. Ball stays with Bedford.
Official right there.
I think they're going to say Bike hit the ball on the way to the basket. 5:58 left in the third quarter. No scoring yet in the second quarter. Still tied at 34, or the second half. And we're going to get a foul call on, I think it's going to be on Dunkers.
Nope, number 3.
No, that's going to be on
Derek Arilla.
Arilla, okay. Grabbing Sean Toscano as he tried to drive to the basket.
On the fourth.
And the inbound off the mark. Nope, it was tipped.
Another tip.
No, they're going to say it's going to be,
nope.
They're going to give it to Trinity. So I think Toscano moved at the last second, and the inbound pass sailed to where he was. A little bit of miscommunication there causing a Bedford turnover. Score stays at 34. Bike drives to the basket. He gets blocked. Aiden O'Connell coming back quickly in transition. Aiden O'Connell to the basket, fighting off 2 people, and he's going to get the and one. O'Connell literally driving through 3 Trinity players, just using brute force to get to that backboard. Gets the ball to drop, and he winds up picking up an extra foul shot in the process.
Foul on Dunker, his second.
O'Connell completes the 3-point play, and it's 37-34 Bedford with 5:32 to go here in the third quarter.
First points of this second half.
Arilla gets it to Dunkers. His layup too strong. Rebound Bedford. Soden up to Brady O'Connell. Back to Soden. Soden driving. And this time they're going to call, it goes in, and this time instead of an offensive, Soden's going to get the and one.
O'Neal with the foul.
So Soden finally got one to go his way.
That's right.
He got hit with two personals. I'm sorry, he had two offensive fouls, two personal fouls, and this time it's going to be Trinity that gets the call. 39-34 Bedford, and the three-point play makes it 40-34. Bedford up by 6. They scored all 6 points in the second half. And we're going to get a timeout on the Pioneers. Coach Moreno on the bench saying that was 5 seconds on Trinity, but the coach for Trinity calls a timeout just in the nick of time.
4.5.
Yeah, 4 7/8. So Trinity's a 4-time champion of the Queen City Invitational. They're trying to get number 5 here. Meanwhile, Bedford has never won the tournament, and they've never been a runner-up, so they've already achieved the first by reaching this title game, and they'd really rather be the champ than the second place. And right now they've got a 6-point lead. This is kind of tracking a bit like the game in Bedford, where Trinity had a 1-point lead at the half, but Bedford turned it on in the second and ran away with it.
A 6-0 run here for Bedford.
Bike for Trinity. Devon Ellis leaves it for Bike. Arilla runs into a double team, gets the loose ball back, kicks it out to Bike. Brady O'Connell on him. Arilla gets it back. Arilla, a really speedy guard for this Trinity team. Now Bike kicks it out to the corner. Ellis tries to turn around, and O'Connell
got a jump ball.
He got his hand on the ball. They're going to call dual possession, right? Jump ball. And the possession arrow goes back to Trinity. Or possession for the ball goes to Trinity. Waiting for the inbound. They finally get it in there to Summers. Urilla gets around 2 Bedford players. Too strong on the layup. Bounces out of the rim. Here comes Bedford back in transition. Jumper from Aiden O'Connell drops. And it's 42-34 Bedford.
20th point there for O'Connell.
Aiden O'Connell with half the offense here for the Bedford Bulldogs. Scoreboard here yet to register that 2-pointer. Summers, double teamed, loses the ball momentarily. Now Bedford's got it. Caden Brown. He had number 11 there, with Luke Soden, driving to the basket, but he couldn't see him in time. And now the pass back to Caden Brown. Misses the mark, goes out of bounds.
Saw him there, and he wasn't. So,
in the time it takes from the pass to reach the player leaves where he was. 3:57 to go here in the third quarter. Bedford up by 8. Trinity yet to score in this third quarter. It's Bedford 8-0 to start this third quarter. Arilla dribbles, leaves it there for Doherty. And we're going to get a push there. We're going to wait and see who that call is on. Is it on Bedoyan?
Yes, it was.
So that's his second foul.
His second foul.
Doherty inbounds for Trinity. Bike driving to the bucket, tries to split the defense, puts it up too strong, no good. Trinity still hasn't put any points on the board this period. And Brady O'Connell gets the rebound. Now he's going to be a 3 from Aiden O'Connell, short. Trinity gets the rebound. They're going to call a foul here.
On 11.
On Luke Soden. That's going to be his third foul. Over the back on the rebound. So Coach Moreno talking things over with Soden. He's going to give him a seat on the bench for now. Let him cool off. Austin Kadzajanski's in the game. Another turnover here for Trinity. Brady O'Connell to Kadzajanski, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Bike. And now, is this going to be an active shooting foul? It is. They're going to
Yes.
put Kazajanski on the foul line.
And you can see the difference here. Bike was not set. Didn't give that open position and was not set, and that's why it was a block versus what everybody would like to see as a charge. Depending.
And the expression on Bike's face when he got that call, he was
of course.
shocked. Kazajanski good with the free throw. 9-0 run here for Bedford to start the third.
Going to run into the trees. You got to make sure those trees aren't bigger than you.
That shot is short, but Kazajanski got his own rebound off the glass, no good. Gets another try, no good. Third try, no good. Now Bedoyan with the rebound, kicks it out to O'Connell. O'Connell drives the basket, puts it up, and it rims out. Lots of contact under that basket. Trinity wanting a foul, they're not getting it. 9-point lead for Bedford, 43-34. Under 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bike along the perimeter. He's got Brady O'Connell on him. Finds a gap, sends it out to Dunkers. Now Ellis. And Ellis is going to get a foul here. Brady O'Connell's going to get called with the push.
And that'll be his second.
2 on Brady O'Connell. He's going to, no, I'm sorry, Caden Brown comes out of the game. Brady O'Connell stays in. It is the 4th team foul on Bedford. Trinity's got 6. One more that'll put Bedford into the bonus. Deshaun Ellis tries to get around Kazajanski.
Nope.
He gets the bucket, but they're waving it off here. I think they're going to call Kazajanski with a hold.
On the floor, yes.
Had his arm wrapped around him as he was trying to make the basket.
And that will be number 3.
Kazajanski came in for Soden, who got 3 fouls. On the inbound, pass inside the basket, intercepted by Aiden O'Connell of Bedford. Oh, he hit. It looks like he elbowed Bike in the face. Bike let out a yell, got it right in the nose. O'Connell was actually trying to get around Bike because Bike was being very aggressive on the defense. So he put his elbow out, wound up catching Bike in the face. The officials are talking things over to see if this is an intentional or something more than just your garden variety foul. Talking it over with Coach Moreno right now. See what they say. I mean, I don't think it was a flagrant foul. I think it was just, you had 2 players.
I think they're really looking at if it was a retaliation after Bike fouled. That's what the discussion is here.
Okay. So we'll see what the call is here. Bike's going to stay in the game. He didn't, he wasn't injured. He took a shot to the nose and no blood or anything like that. So I think he's going to stay in the game. There's a foul on the board to Kazajanski, I believe. Yep, Kazajanski picking up the foul, his 4th.
Wow. Very interesting in the call.
So what's the official call?
Actually, they're calling Kazajanski on the with the elbow to knock him in the face. There's a.
No, it's been corrected. It's going to be Aiden O'Connell because Aiden O'Connell was the one who delivered the elbow. But the possession stays with Bedford. How's that?
Very interesting as one official talked the other official that it was not the foul that he saw.
Here's a shot for Snowden. He gets his own rebound off the glass, no good. Third try, too strong, no good. Ball's loose on the ground. Bedoyan picks it up. Now it's rolling around. They're going to call it a jump ball. Kind of a quick whistle there. I didn't think either team had possession of it long enough for a jump, but they're going to give the ball to Bedford. They got the arrow. So 3 or 4 tries at the bucket there. Couldn't get any of the land.
So that was the second foul on Aiden O'Connell.
Here's a kick out to Kazajanski for 3. It's short.
Oh.
Soden going airborne. Lands funny, but possession stays with Bedford. Now here's a kick out to Aiden O'Connell. Too far to his left, goes out of bounds. Turnover Bedford. 2:03 to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs on a 9-0 run here. Trinity yet to score in this period. And now we get a timeout call.
Trinity timeout, 60-second timeout. So very interesting, 9-0 run here in the third quarter, as Bedford has 3 from Luke Soden, 1 from Austin Kazajansky, and 5 from Aiden O'Connell, giving that 43 score. No numbers in the Trinity side quite yet.
Big 0 so far.
9-0 run.
Don't forget, when the regular season resumes, NHIAA action boys basketball. Tuesday, January 3rd, Bedford hosts Londonderry. We'll have that call for you on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. And Andrew Fenn wanted me to remind everybody, we're talking about the app, the Cablecast Screenweave. It's now on Apple, he said. The Apple app for BCTV is now out, so if you've got Apple TV, you can download that app and enjoy all the action on BCTV through Apple TV.
Officials there with a gathering over at the foul line there, having a little discussion.
Well, that was an interesting sequence there, because the foul was called on Aiden O'Connell, but the possession remained with Bedford. That was a little weird.
Yeah, it was. I guess I would have to do a little more looking in there at later time, talking with the officials at a later date to see why one was switched, because really what really caused the possible elbow was the foul of Tyler Bike on the way up the court.
So Trinity now with the ball, 1:54 to play. Bike dribbling, trying to penetrate, turns around from the foul line, takes a shot too strong, but second chance bucket from Devon Ellis finally breaks the drought for the Pioneers. They're on the board. They trail by 7, 43-36 with 1:37 to play here in the third. Kazajansky from 3, too strong. Bedoin comes up with the rebound. Nope, they're going to say he went over the back. He picks up his third foul. And I believe that's going to be the bonus.
Yep,
both teams now are in the bonus. So it's going to put number 5, Kevin Doherty, for Trinity at the foul stripe.
Bedoin with 3 fouls, Soden with 3 fouls, and Kazajansky
with 3.
With 3 fouls.
Right, they took away that foul and gave it to
those
Aiden
are 3 players with 3 fouls on them. Aiden O'Connell with 2, and
Here's
Brady O'Connell with 2.
Sorry about that. Just wanted to say the first shot was missed. And Aiden O'Connell comes up with the rebound for Bedford with 1:23 to play. O'Connell to Kazajansky. Tries to get it inside to Lafferty, but that's intercepted. Trinity comes right back. Arilla pulls back as he runs into Lafferty. Now to Devon Ellis. He runs into a Bedford player, loses the ball. Soden drives, gets his pocket picked by Bike. Trinity comes back the other way. Arilla back to Bike. Stops for a 3. It's good. 43-39. Trinity scoring the last 5 points.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Aiden O'Connell drives, stops, puts up a short bunny jumper for 2. Bedford answers 47-39. Now Bike goes from coast to coast. Lays it up and good. 4-point game. Bedford leads 45-41 with 18 seconds to play in the third. Bedford playing for the final shot in this quarter. Aiden O'Connell. Waiting. Clock is down to 3. Takes a long 3 from downtown, no good. And the buzzer ends the third quarter. 45 for Bedford, 41 for Trinity. Pioneers on a long scoreless streak that finally broke toward the end with a flurry. But Bedford was able to respond.
We'll do a little quick update on the scoring here, as we have Caden Brown with 10. We have Luke Soden with 8. Austin Kazujansky, he has 3. And with the 7 that Aiden O'Connell has, that will give him a game-high 22. We'll go into the Pioneers of Trinity. Tyler Bike with a late 5 points there, gives him 12. 5 points for Jaden Summers. 8 points for Devon Ellis. And that will do it for that third 3 quarters.
So it's going to come down to this final quarter. Pretty close game. Bedford threatened to break out. They went on a 9-0 run, took a 9-0 lead out of halftime. But since then, the Pioneers came back with 7 of their own to make it the 4-point contest. Possession's going to go to Trinity to start this 4th quarter. Inbound to Arilla. He's in the backcourt. Nico Bedoyan watching him. Bike now kicks it to the corner. Air ball by Doherty. And the rebound for Bedford. Bedoyan over the timeline. Bedford taking their time here. Bike timed that steal. Here he comes the other way, lays it up and in. 45-43. Bedford by 2. Bulldogs have to be a little more aware of Tyler Bike and his speed. Now Soden out to Aiden O'Connell. Changes dribble, stops. Looking for an outlet pass, gets it to Soden, and we're going to get a traveling call on Aiden O'Connell and turnover back to Trinity. They have a chance to tie or take the lead here with a 3. 7:16 to play, 45-43 Bedford. Tyler Bike gets the ball, sends it down to Arilla, driving to the bucket, gets around O'Connell, lays it in. All tied up, 45 all. Now here's Brady O'Connell for Luke Soden. And Soden tried to get it to Aiden O'Connell, but he moved just as the pass was made, and the ball goes out of bounds. Some bad luck there for the Bulldogs. And they're going to get a timeout. Frank Marino decides that he needs to get his boys on the same page here. So time is called. 6:57 to go in the game. In regulation, all tied up at 45 apiece.
A quick 6-0, 4-0 run here for the Trinity Pioneers to tie it up here at 45.
Girls ice hockey action returns to BCTV on Wednesday, January 4th. The Souhegan Sabres come to Sullivan Arena. That is a 5 o'clock face-off. We'll have that game for you on BCTV. And Bedford 105.1. Hope you tune in for that. And then following on Friday, girls basketball, Friday, January 6th, the Titans of Nashua North come to Bedford Gymnasium for a 7 o'clock tip-off. We'll have that for you as well. Trinity with the inbound.
Side out there for Trinity.
So Ellis gets it into Derek Arilla. Under 7 minutes to play here in regulation. Arilla gives it to Doherty. Doherty pass off the mark. And that sends Connor Bishop into the stands. You know, it's very tight quarters here at this Memorial Gymnasium.
Gonna have to.
Fans are right on top of you.
We're gonna leave the gym to change your mind here. You know, just a packed crowd here tonight for this final of the Queen City.
Ball is inbounded to Caden Brown. Out to Luke Soden. A correction, that's Brady O'Connell. Drives. Decides to take a baseline jumper. And what do we have, a 3-second call?
3 second again.
So Aiden O'Connell for Bedford gets the 3-second violation. Another turnover. Trinity inbounding the ball. Now Bedford putting the press back on. They hadn't done this since the first quarter. Double teaming there. But they managed to break out. Trinity does. Bike gets the ball over the timeline. Bike still with it, driving against Brady O'Connell, puts up a wild shot and draws a foul. And it should be active shooting, so that'll put Tyler Bike on the line for 2.
And that'll be a 3rd foul for Brady O'Connell. Four Bedford players with 3 fouls apiece.
Well, won't be a problem until somebody gets that 4th.
We're going to be shooting bonus here for the rest of the game on both sides.
1 and 1, but this is going to be a 2-shot foul because it's active shooting for Tyler Bike, with an opportunity to put the Pioneers in the lead. And the first one is good, 46-45. Trinity with their first lead since the first half. Dylan Lafferty comes out of the game. Sean Toscano back in for Bedford. Tyler Bike with the second shot. It's good as well. Trinity Pioneers 47, Bedford Bulldogs 45, 6:16 to play. Caden Brown. Long pass across to Luke Soden. And it's good from 3. Bedford right back on top, 48-47. Here's the press. Tyler Bike gets it and crosses the timeline. Jumper bounces off the rim, no good. Soden with the rebound. Quick transition here for Bedford. They're going to say it went out of bounds. It was deflected. Trinity player tried to save it, but wound up going out of bounds in the process. So ball will stay with Bedford. They're going to inbound from the backcourt. Aiden O'Connell drives to the bucket, off the glass and good. 50-47, Bedford back on top with 3. Long pass there to Summers, leaves it for Arilla, driving to the basket. And they're going to say it went off a Bedford Bulldog. So the inbound by Bike right under his basket here. Looking for an opening, gets it to Summers. Or correction, to Devon Ellis. Now Summers at the top of the key. Arilla and Bike. Bike with Aiden O'Connell on him. He steps back for the 3 and hits it. All tied up, 50 apiece. 5:17 to go. Brady O'Connell dribbles. Luke Soden driving to the basket, loses the ball. Arilla gets the loose ball and Trinity has it. Coming back over the timeline. Bike waits for his teammates to join him. Now sets the offense. Bike taking his time. All tied at 50. He's going to take a 3. It's off the mark. And Sean Toscano gets the loose ball. Here's Aiden O'Connell. Drives in. They're going to say traveling on O'Connell. He ran into Deshaun Ellis and lost his balance in the process, and that's how the travel was called. And a timeout called here. We're all tied up. This is terrific action for this Queen City Invitational final, all tied at 50 here with 4:43 left in regulation.
60-second timeout here.
Fans are really getting into it. And we're really in tight quarters here. We got people right next to us. So if the camera shakes a little bit, it's because the fans in front of us might be bumping into it, enjoying the action here. Just beware.
Camera's working. Crunch time here in the Queen City.
More ways than one. Full house. I'm sure some people were turned away. They could only fit so many fans in this small gymnasium. They don't really have benches. The players are in the bleachers themselves.
Exactly.
And the fans are one row behind them. Same on the other side. The fans are all the way down courtside, literally just inches away from the out-of-bounds stripe.
Yeah, that's all 4 Manchester schools. Very
old-fashioned gymnasiums, very little room.
Hoosier kind of style.
Exactly. But the intensity is tremendous with this kind of tight quarters. Trinity breaks the press into the corner. Goes Summers. He turns the ball over. He tried to find Bike, but they're going to say a foul, but this is going to be called on Summers?
On one, yes. His third.
So a bit of a retaliation for turning the ball over. He picks up his second foul. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 now for Aiden O'Connell with the score tied at 50.
Trying to add to his 24 points that he has so far.
Falling behind his 50% production here. That's good, 51-50. So with this next shot, Aiden O'Connell will have 50% of the points for Bedford. It's away and it's good. Bedford up by 2, 52-50, 4:30 to go in regulation. Bedford pressing. Pass across now to Dunkers. Bike gets away from a press by Toscano. Now Arilla up high. Arilla calling the offense. Dunker with it. Dribbles. Almost stolen by Luke Soden. Down low to Deshaun Ellis. And Bike tried to get a quick layup under the basket. Couldn't do it. And Bedford comes back. Soden from 3. No good. Rebound by Summers. Under 4 minutes to play. Bike over to Arilla. Arilla finds a lane to the basket, rolls it off the rim. Couldn't make it fall. You can hear the disappointment from the crowd. Bedford with the rebound. Aiden O'Connell. 3:30 to play in regulation. Bedford up by 2. Nico Bedoyan leaves it for Brady O'Connell. Over to Aiden O'Connell. A runner from the foul line is good. Bedford by 4, 54-50, 3:23 to play. Now Trinity, Arilla, over to Dunker. Dunker tries a 3, he nails it. 54-53, Bedford by 1. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. Brady O'Connell, he gets bumped by Summers. They're gonna call a foul here. Summers gets his third, and Brady O'Connell's gonna go to the charity stripe for a 1-and-1.
Actually, I have that as number 4 for Summers. But
the scoreboard indicates number 3.
Number 3.
So O'Connell here, Bedford up by 1. Here's a chance for O'Connell, Brady O'Connell, to give Bedford a little more cushion here with 3:02 to play in regulation. First shot, off the mark, no good. And the rebound by Dunker. We're under 3. Bike slowly crosses the timeline for Trinity, calling the offense. Arilla now, with Nico Bedoyan on him closely. Kicks it over to Bike. Bike dribbles. He's got O'Connor on him. Puts up a wild shot that gets tipped in. And that puts Trinity up by
Ellis.
1, 55-54. I didn't catch you got that rebound.
Devon Ellis.
Here's a 3 by Soden. Good! 57-55, 2:20 to play. Bedford pressing in the backcourt. Ellis breaks it, gets it to Bike. Bike hits a 3. 58-57. 2 minutes to go. Here's Bedoyan. Finds Brown underneath, he gets hit. No call. And now a tie-up under the basket. And they're gonna call a foul on Brown for reaching in on Tyler Bike. And Bike's gonna go to the line for a 1-and-1. Both teams with 9 fouls. One more, and that's going to be an automatic 2-shot foul. But it's going to be a 1-and-1 for Tyler Bike. Trinity leads 58-57. 1:54 remains in regulation. The Pioneers trying to ice their 5th title in the Queen City Invitational. First shot by Bike is good, 59-57. Bike with another shot coming up, trying to put Trinity up by 3. On the way, it's short, and the rebound to Caden Brown by Bedford. So 59-57, 2-point lead here for Trinity with 1:48 to play. Aiden O'Connell being watched by Devon Ellis, I'm sorry. Soden's gonna try the 3, feeling it, and it gets to rolling in. Bounced up high and then found the bucket. 60-59, Bedford up by 1, 1:27 to play.
Oh, wow.
That looked like a carry by
did look like a carry.
He got away with that. Bike with it.
The only thing missing was the suitcase there.
Bike still with the ball, trying to get to the basket, kicks it out to Arillo, who decides to back off. Now Bike on the outside, 1:05 to play. Bike with the jumper, short. Summers had the rebound. Trinity maintains control. Arilla driving to the bucket, leaves it there for O'Neal. He gets fouled. Active shooting, 2-shot foul coming up now.
That'll be number 4.
To Connor Bishop, correction, Connor Bishop, number 12.
Number 4 for Nico Bedoyan. Less than a minute to go in this game.
Bedford with the 2-point lead here. Connor Bishop with the opportunity to tie it up. He's going to get 2 shots. First shot on the way and good. 60-59, Bedford.
First points of the game for Bishop there.
Now what would you do here if you're Bedford? And that shot is good as well. Now, the scoreboard said, didn't the scoreboard say 60-58 at the start of this? Now it's 60-61. It was 59? It was a 1-point lead? Okay, so
60-59.
So it was a 1-point lead for Bedford. Well, I guess something was off on the scoreboard. Those 2 foul shots there by Connor Bishop gives Trinity the lead by 1. Now I was going to say, if it was a tie game, Bedford could hold the ball and play for the final shot. And I guess they could still do that, but they got to hit that final shot or they lose the game. At least if it was tied, they could go to overtime.
Trying to get a 2-for-1 here. You want to get the basket, hold the defense, and hopefully get the ball back, just in case. I have a feeling that what's going to happen is if they don't get a basket, it's going to be a quick foul. Because they don't want to let the Crusaders not the Crusaders.
Well, they don't want to give them the ball with under a minute to play because they'll just run the clock out, and you're going to be forced to do something like foul.
Unlike the NBA where they have a shot clock and you have to get a shot off at a certain time. Here,
no such thing in the NHIAA.
Not in the NHIAA, yes. I think you're going to go to your hot hand here. That'd be Aiden O'Connell. Or Luke Soden. Soden with the 3s this half.
So Bedford will inbound the ball in the backcourt. Trinity's going to press here. Careful not to foul. Soden into Bedoyan. Back to Soden. Now Bedoyan, back to Soden. They got to get the ball over the timeline. They do. 44 seconds to play. Bedford down by 1. Grady O'Connell. Here's Aiden O'Connell driving. Had the ball knocked away. They're going to call a foul on Connor Bishop. And they're going to put Aiden O'Connell on the line for 2. Double bonus here, so he's going to get 2 shots either way. 35.4 left in this contest, in the regulation part anyway. Aiden O'Connell, here's a chance to tie it up. Short. So he's got one more chance here, one more shot to tie it up at 61. And a change for Bedford. Bedoyan's coming out. Kazajanski goes in. I think he's got 4 fouls on him.
And that's not
you can hear this gym. They're rocking. Second shot away and no good. 33 seconds left. Bedford might need to foul here. Bike gets over the timeline, has the ball. 22 seconds. Now finally, Brady O'Connell wraps up Bike, puts him on the line. So at worst, Bedford will be down 3 with 20.7 seconds to go. Critical misses on that foul shot there by Aiden O'Connell, who's been prolific scoring today, but couldn't land those two. Bike gets his first shot at 62-60 Trinity.
The man of the second half is Tyler Bike.
Now Bike with another shot. That one rolls around and goes in. 3 points. 3-point lead here for Trinity. 63-60. Bedford calls the timeout here. 20.7 seconds to go. Now I've got to believe they're going to have to try to set one of their 3-point shooters, either Kazajanski or Soden,
yes,
to try tie this game, send it to overtime. No matter what the result, this has been a tremendously entertaining game.
Excellent game tonight for the final here.
Although Bedford had a 9-point lead midway through the third quarter, Trinity has roared back to tie and then take a 3-point lead late.
One thing we're going to look out for is that Trinity might do the foul.
Good point.
Just to get them to the line. You can't score 3 from the line.
No, you can't.
Unless you're shooting and miss a 3-pointer.
We'll see if they'll do. We'll see if they'll do that. They might want to wait until late, like with under 5 seconds, to try to do that. That would leave less time for Bedford to get that extra bucket.
That's right.
So here we go, 20.7 left on the clock. Bedford inbounding, Trinity pressuring. Soden gets the ball, gives it back to Brady O'Connell. Now Luke Soden, 17 seconds. Aiden O'Connell with the ball. Driving, kicks it out to Caden Brown for 3, no good. Rebound, no good. O'Connell gets the ball back, and that's going to do it. No, they're going to call a foul here. 1.2 seconds to go. Bedford with multiple chances, but those were all 2-pointers they were trying. After Caden Brown couldn't get the 3-pointer. Now they reset the clock to 2 seconds. And they put Evan Dunker on the line to ice this game with 2 seconds to go. If he's going to have 2 shots here in the bonus. One bucket will put the game out of reach for Bedford. Dunker, good. 64-60. Now the next shot is academic. 4 or 5 doesn't matter. Bedford only has 2 seconds, I should say, to make up that difference. Dunker's second shot is no good. Full court try, misses everything. And that's your final. Trinity repeats as Queen City Invitational champions. It's their fifth title in tournament history. With a 64-60 win, Bedford earns the runners-up. They're first in this tournament. Quick recap on scoring there, Bill.
Final, Caden Brown with 10. 17 for Luke Soden. 1 for Austin Kazujanski. Sean Toscano finishes with 4. And Aiden O'Connell will finish with 28. On the Trinity Pioneers, Jaden Summers with 5. 10 for Javon Ellis. Derek Irella, 2. 8 for Kevin Doherty. 6 for Sean O'Neill. 7 for Aaron Dunker. 2 for Connor Bishop. And as I'm totaling up Tyler Bike here, 7, 12, 16, 25 for Tyler Bike.
And a lot of those came in the second half.
Yes.
Tyler Bike, the player of the game here, put Trinity in the lead late at the foul stripe. And then Evan Dunker iced it with his one free throw.
Very entertaining game here tonight.
Terrific game. Bedford still technically undefeated in NHIAA play, although I'm sure this one hurts. 64-60, Trinity wins. Thanks for tuning in. Andrew Fenn was on the camera. Bill Carter here on color. Thank you for joining me. I'm Harry Kozlowski. We'll see you again next Tuesday, January 3rd, as the boys basketball team hosts the Londonderry Lancers at 7 p.m. We'll see you then. So long, everybody.